So, hello, I know it's been a long time and I'm sorry, but at least now I can look you in the eye knowing that my virginity has finally been taken, my cherry popped, my status as an active adult assured. Happened like this. It's about a year since a respondent on here called me, as I recall, a sad deluded worm because I'd ventured into feminism. I should have known better. But it wasn't anonymous, as these things often are, but the site was fabricated and published no videos, only dished out hatred. I mean, really vitriolic hatred to anybody who wasn't as misogynistic as the man behind the curtain. But I have to tell you, recently I've had both the F word and the C word, once upon a time taboo, thrown at me and with venom in a way that has never happened to me before in 50 years of working in an environment where you might expect occasionally to get the odd deleted expletive. I never have. I've lived a charmed life. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've been called a fucking Tottenham supporter. You know, I've even been called a fucking faggot, but affectionately by other Tottenham supporters and other faggots. So, about a week ago, I had a shot back at something that had been viciously ill-informed and poorly spelt by a troll at a trans woman online. And believe it or not, I am now apparently an effing Jeremy Hunt. Sorry, bad language. I don't want to invoke the spirit of the man who here in the UK has been assigned the task of destroying the National Health Service so that it can be privatised. That is the agenda. Not only am I an effing Jeremy Hunt, but apparently I am single-handedly going to destroy Christian marriage, take away people's right to bear guns, and destroy God. Whoa, at 5'7", I thought that's not a bad achievement. There you go, but there is a serious side to this because politicians, showbiz people and journalists, there's an irony, are not only putting up with extraordinary amounts of hatred, but they've taken now to cancelling their Twitter accounts because it's not worth the hassle, and apparently people are being reluctant to go into politics and public life because they'll be open to all sorts of abuse. Now this is serious. This is a threat to free speech, and the regulators and the police don't have the resources and they're not up to date enough with what happens in the real world to do much about it. Sadly, the power of anonymity seems to bring out the worst in people. And they who would never say anything nasty to your face don't mind in the secrecy of the night dishing out some sort of bile that comes up from here. So as the second part of the Levinson recommendations for controlling the nastiness of the press here in the UK are quietly shelved, we could talk about why another time, the hacks are beginning to get back their prurient investigative destruction of simple people's lives. I can't help noticing that the mega rich can slap on super-injunctions. That means the court and the newspapers aren't even allowed to report that an injunction has been happening to protect their possible misbehaviour and make them look like hypocritical people in the way they presented themselves in their lives. Threesomes, I hear you say. Well, I have some revelations, okay? But I see the time is running out. The little red light is flashing saying I've said enough. But I promise you, I'm going to try and sell my stories to the press. So you'll either see me in the gutter press, please buy a copy for 20p, or if you don't, I will tell all to you privately here, okay? When I see you next. Don't go away. Have a good week. Bye-bye for now.